Hey, this is Robert from Virtual Set Lab, and today I'm going to show you how to use our latest virtual set, this one right here, in a program called VMix. VMix is a live streaming platform that allows you to do real-time video editing. You can also do post-production editing if you want to, but it's really more designed for doing real-time video productions. You can stream live, you can stream to Facebook and YouTube and all those different platforms. The power of this program comes in that you can actually have virtual sets that have camera moves and various graphics that you can control on the fly. So we've got this little lower third here with a Facebook handle and whatnot, and we can have that coming in and out. We have our presenter and our virtual background and our virtual B-roll shot in this monitor area right here. And so we've actually set up this virtual set as a normal template for any other video editing platforms that you might use, but we'll also included for free a VMix version that will allow you to just jump right into it. So let me, I'm gonna completely wipe this and show you from scratch basically how it works. So let me do that. And so the first thing I'm going to do is load up the virtual set. And when you download the file from us, it's in a zip folder. You'll want to unzip that folder, and then you'll see the normal MP4s and graphics files that usually come with the virtual set. And then you'll also see a VMix folder. And for the VMix folder, you'll want to load up VMix and then click Add Input. Come over here to Virtual Set and browse to the folder, to your VMix folder for that particular set. And we're going to use the blue hex virtual set. Hit select folder, and then there's actually an XML file inside of the VMix folder that tells it how to put everything together. And so this is kind of what you'll see when you first load up the virtual set. You've got a bunch of different monitor options, and then you can see your main presenter area. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up the footage that we're going to use. Normally you would maybe use a video input, so if you have a webcam hooked up to your computer or any other kind of camera, you can add that as an input and put yourself behind a green screen and then do this in real time. But since I'm not doing it that way, I'm just going to drag in a piece of green screen footage that I have, and I'll go ahead and hit play on it and tell it to loop, and now it's just gonna play and loop for as long as we have it there. And then I'm also going to import a piece of B-roll footage to throw up in a monitor. So that's gonna be this piece of footage. Do the same thing, hit loop, hit play, so it'll start playing. So this is your virtual set settings right here. So we'll go to setup, and then you have all of your different layers already laid out for you. So you have the virtual set, which is the background layer, and then you have all the different screen monitors, and then your talent layer as well. And so we're gonna switch the talent to, so we're gonna select it, and then we're going to tell it that the input is this piece of footage right here, which is our green screen lady on the screen there. And now we need to chroma key out the background. This is very easy. Just click this gear icon, go over to color key, click the eyedropper tool, sample your green in the monitor, and then right here they've got these auto key presets, and they actually work pretty good. I'm gonna hit number 2, and that'll knock the green screen right out. Pretty decent, clean key there. All right, and then the next thing we're going to do is decide which monitor we want to use in the scene. So I'm going to use the monitor that is just over her left corner, or left, let's see, our left, her right hand shoulder. And so I'm going to leave those on, but for screen 2, 3, and 4, I'm going to select it and then turn that layer off. So I'm going to go down and select these different layers and turn their visibility off on those layers. So all we have left is input 1 here. And so now I'm going to go back to screen 1, and I'm going to change the input for that to this piece of footage right here, which automatically scales and positions your footage in the screen there. And then next what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna import one of the lower thirds into the scene. And these also come with every angle of the virtual set. Choose the YouTube one. And so you'll see if I click on it and hit play, you'll see it's the little YouTube lower third. And then if we want to get that on top of our presenter, we'll just hit this. These are kind of like layers. So we've got layer 1 and then layer 2. You can also loop this or not. And then what we'll want to do, I'm gonna play it for a little bit and then pause it for a second. And then I'm gonna click the gear icon and position it where I want it. You can also zoom in, zoom out, like that. And if you want text to show up here, the social media lower thirds templates actually come with Premiere, After Effects, Photoshop, and a couple other different formats. And so what you'd want to do is go into one of those programs or in your own video editing program, add your handle on onto this lower third, and then export a video that you could import into, say, VMix, just like this. And so play through here. So now, the way I've got this set up, we've got our virtual set, we've got our presenter, we've got our B-roll footage, and then if I ever want to queue up this YouTube handle, then as you know, we were presenting during the show, I could just hit the play button here, and it'll show up on the screen. And it only shows up for a couple of seconds, and then it'll actually go away. So the same thing for the presenter. If we want to move her around, we just click the gear icon, and then reposition our presenter anywhere in the scene. And that's pretty much it. So you can actually set up multiple instances of the virtual set with, one with the monitor, one without. You can queue between those two different sets. Over here in this camera settings for the virtual set, there are 4 different preset camera moves. So you can start on a wide shot and then zoom in, pan, a close-up shot, and then back to the wide shot. And let's see, these F, M, S, and C, these are the speed at which this camera runs. So fast, medium, slow, and then would cut between the different camera shots. So yeah, so VMix, great piece of software, highly recommend it. We have a lot of clients and customers that use VMix, and so we've had a lot of requests for us to create our sets in this format. So as long as these are popular, then we'll continue to make them, and we hope it helps, and we hope this tutorial helped answer some questions.